Hi, I'm Dr. Arlene Diamco with All Worlds Health. The universe is here to support you. I know that may not always be easy to believe, but it is. One day I woke up and I decided I am going to start listening to my life, those messages in my life, whether it's mundane details to big events. So I made up this rule. I call it my rule of three, and it's something that I share with family, friends, and my patients too. So if I'm blocked from something 3 times, then I will stop, pause, and shift perspectives. Maybe it's a huge shift in perspective, or maybe it's just like a slight tweak. It could be a 1 day or just like a little tiny shift. So I could do this like for any little things, whether I'm just working on the computer, the internet goes off, or something just goes awry with the computer, and then I pause and like, okay, well maybe I meant to take a break and play with the kids and do something fun for myself, something else. And usually when I get back to the computer, things will be much more efficient and flow more smoothly. And this has happened in big events in my life as well. Before I moved to Georgia from Massachusetts, I had given notice to a wonderful pediatric practice I was working in, but I wanted to do something different with my life, so I gave my notice. Well, 2 days later, my husband happened to get laid off from a job that was unnecessarily stressful. So I was actually thankful that he had been forced to move on from it, but at the same time, we're still human. It was still a stressful time for us. But I just knew everything was going to be okay. I had this trust, and I was thankful that everything happened the way it did. A lot of people asked me, would you have preferred that it happened differently, that my husband had gotten laid off before I had given my notice? And I said no, because how would I have the courage? It just would be much more difficult for me to have given notice to my job. And here we were with no income. I had 2 small kids, and I was pregnant, 6 months pregnant. And then we had to figure out what to do quickly. So that is how I got here to Georgia. My life helped me, just embracing that flow of life helped me to live out my dream of having my own integrative medicine and thriving practice. And that's how I get to be with all of you now here today. So when life throws things at you, whether it's like little things, or you get stuck or feel in a rut, or a big thing, it's okay. That is just life trying to steer you maybe in a slightly different direction, or just maybe shift your perspective a bit of just being thankful and having some gratitude for what you do want in your life. And so when you enter that flow of life and just trusting that your life, no matter what, is here to support you, things seem to just come so much more easily and much more peaceful and happier. And so that rule of 3 is something that I like to share with everyone. So if you get stuck 3 times, something happens, the phone call drops, you aren't able to get it through, whatever it is that you're trying to do, pause, take a shift in perspective, see where you are, and embrace your life and thank your life for steering you in the direction that you need to be.